What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be a little bit different video for you guys. We're gonna be talking about something that hasn't really been talked about, and that's things that should be in the next NASCAR game, aka NASCAR 24, unless it gets, delayed again, which I'm predicting that it most likely will. So I've literally just asked community and things that I want and just put them in a list. There's 14 things on this list, so just gonna go from number 1 all the way down to 14 for this video, so just jump right into it. Coming in at number 1, we have exhibition races such as the LA Coliseum, Clash, and the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. I want those two races just for fun, like literally simply just for fun. Like, they're not points races, so it doesn't matter if you crash out of it or not. It doesn't matter. I just want those two races for fun. I think it would be really fun, especially if the next game is kind of something similar to Heat 5, where we figured out how to mod the game. Then we can mod in a 500-mile race at the Coliseum. That would be pretty sick. Coming in at number 2, we have the Craftsman Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. It's common that, you start in the Truck Series, or even the ARCA Series, but mainly the Truck Series. You race there for a couple years, then you go to the Xfinity Series. While you're in the Xfinity Series, you get a couple Cup starts, and then the next year, the year after that, you keep making more Cup starts. Next thing you know, you're in the Cup Series. Well, with this, current NASCAR state of gaming, we don't have that. All we have is the Cup Series with NASCAR 21 Ignition and the Heat 5 update. The only thing that was there was the Cup Series for 2022, which really is kind of stupid in my opinion. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. But I think the Craftsman Truck Series and the Xfinity Series need to be in the game. Coming in at number 3, we have new tracks such as the LA Coliseum, Chicago Street Course, North Wilkesboro, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis, RacewayPark, Milwaukee Mile, and Portland International Raceway. Most of those tracks are consistent of the Truck and Xfinity schedule. North Wilkesboro, Cup Series, and then Clash, LA Coliseum, Chicago, North Wilkesboro are Cup Series, North Wilkesboro, Lucas Oil, Milwaukee are Truck, and Portland and Chicago are Xfinity Series. Those tracks need to be in the game. If you want to have, especially if Truck Series and Xfinity Series is in the game, then you want to mirror the schedules like they are in real life. You have to have all of those tracks that I just listed. If you don't have any of those tracks, then you are not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna work out the way you want it, the way you played it, the way you envision it. It's not gonna work. Coming in at number 4, we have adaptive weather. Now, adaptive weather, it means, the race is, red flagged for, rain, and then eventually, we'll be at short tracks, we'll have little puddles and stuff on the tracks with the rain tires. I think that would be really cool to bring that element into the game. I think that would be really cool because we don't have that. Like, in R Factor 2, you can add weather. I know iRacing, we're supposed to have, rain and all that. But other games, have that. I think Automobilista 2 has it as well. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really familiar with that game that well, but I think it kind of mirrors off the same stuff. It's kind of similar to R Factor 2 a little bit, like I can tell. But adaptive weather would be really, really cool. Coming in at number 5, we have All-Star Race and All-Star Race format. So however the All-Star Race is ran IRL, that's how it should be ran in the game. Similar to what it was ran in 2023 at North Wilkesboro, something like that, or however they decide to do it in 2024. That needs to be implemented into the game 100%, because if it's not, then what's the point of having the All-Star race without having the All-Star race, and obviously the format that they run. Even in the Technics games, they had the All-Star race and they ran it in whatever format that they ran it at for that year. I'm pretty sure from, I think, like, what, 2011 to 2015, I'm pretty sure the All-Star race format in that game never really changed. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I've never really played any of the Technics games. But All-Star race and All-Star race format need to be in the next game. Coming in at number 7 is kind of an obvious, but I have a feeling Motorsport Games would somehow mess this up and forget to put it in the game, or just not put it in the game entirely. That is a tire wear and fuel gauge. And 21 Ignition, we never had this for, I want to say, about like the first year or something like that. We never had it. And then I want to say when the 2022 expansion came out, we got the tire wear and the fuel gauge. That's obviously, you know, something that you need to have. You know, you just have to have a tire wear and a fuel gauge. Next up, we have the rearview mirror. Yes, another self-explanatory thing that should be in a game is a rearview mirror, which Motorsport Games actually never put in Motorsport. Well, whoa. Motorsport Games actually never put in 21 Ignition. I think you can download a mod. I think there's a mod that you can get now, or it's in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's a mod now for the rearview mirror, which, you know, you're drafting at Daytona, you kind of need a rearview mirror to see where the runs are coming and all that. Like, that's self-explanatory. Come on, you have to have a rearview mirror. IRL, you have to have a rearview mirror in your car. It's just common sense to have a rearview mirror. Again, at number 8, we have the choose rule. I think that'd be really cool if you brought in the choose rule for this next or new NASCAR game. That would be really cool in my opinion, because, you know, IRL, in real life, you can choose between the inside lane or the outside, and I feel like that needs to be implemented into the game as well, because, you know, if you're at Daytona and you're running, you know, 2311 as, you know, Bubba Wallace, all of JGR and your other teammates, Toyota teammates, take the top row and you restart on the bottom row. That's not right. So you should be able to pick the top row. So the choose rule, in my opinion, is something that would really change the effect of the game and really bring out the realism of the next NASCAR game. In at number 9, we have running of the pace laps and caution laps. So not really so much like the pace laps, but mainly like the caution laps. Kind of like iRacing, how when a caution comes out, you have to run, I think it's at least 2 or 3 laps. In Automobilista 2, when you turn on cautions, that happens, but you only go around the racetrack under caution 1 time. So you make 1 whole lap around, and then the pace car comes in, and then you go green. I think that would be really cool if they added that into the game, again, to bring more realism into the game, which is what we need. We need realism in NASCAR games. Coming in at number 10, it's caution replay. In all of the Technics games, when the caution came out, it would replay what happened of the wreck. Like, you know, Kyle Busch, you know, wall popping and, you know, collecting half the field at Daytona, and you see all the carnage from the track cameras and also the blimp and all that. That would be really cool. That is something that needs to be brought back. It really does. It really needs to be brought back, because that's like that is amazing. I absolutely love that feature in the Technics games. Coming in at number 11, we have photo mode. And I'm thinking of a photo mode kind of like American Truck Simulator, Forza Horizon 5. I'm thinking something kind of around there. Definitely not like 21 Ignition. Like, I want one where, like, you know, if there's a wreck behind you, you know, you can pause the game, little menu comes up. You have photo mode, and you can, you know, tweak the camera to your settings, take a picture, boom. Heat 5, we don't have that 21 ignition. We kind of have, but it sucks. The same thing in Heat 5, like the little borders and everything that go around it, I can never get those to go off, so I just never take thumbnails with it. It's kind of like that, but a photo mode is something that we definitely need in the next NASCAR game. Coming in at number 12, this one might be a little bit controversial, and I'm sorry, console players, but downloadable paint schemes like R-Factor 2 and American Truck Simulator, Steam Workshop only. I think it'd be really cool to have, you know, like fantasy, like kind of like iRacing, how, you know, people can make their own paint schemes, and they can upload them to websites and stuff like that too. But I think that would be really cool. You know, you go to the Steam Workshop, you know, you find a really nice, you know, like, you know, a throwback scheme from 2 years ago that, you know, they're running the next gen car, and it's 2025, and you want to put on a, you know, 2022 paint scheme that's no longer, you know, in the game. That's something that would be really cool. And also so people can make up their own paint schemes, like throwback paint schemes for themselves, or just older paint schemes from, you know, the older cars from like a Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6 era. You can tweak those paint schemes to probably make them fit the next gen car pretty well. Coming in at number 13, ability to drive to victory lane. That is something that I want so bad. Even iRacing doesn't have this, where, you know, you win, you do your burnout, and then you're able to drive into victory lane. I think that would be really cool. Take a couple pictures, and with that photo mode, you can take a couple pictures in victory lane. I think that would be really cool to have, because, you know, victory lane is where a lot of the memories in NASCAR happen. You know, you win your race, obviously you're going to have that front stretch interview. That's always memorable, but the thing that most people are going to remember, most drivers are going to remember, is what happens in victory lane. Because everybody else gets to pack up besides you. You guys get to party in victory lane for however long you want. Do whatever the hell you want. But the ability to drive to victory lane after you win a race is something that definitely would be cool in the next NASCAR game. Coming in at number 14, aka the last thing, is drivers retiring after the end of the season. You know, Kevin Harvick is retiring after the end of this year, and Josh Berry is running in the Xfinity series. He's going to be taking place in the 4-car. That's something that I would really like to see in the next NASCAR game. You know, like Denny Hamlin retires, and, you know, JGR goes out, and they get, you know, Zane Smith from the Truck Series, bring him into the Cup Series. You know, that'd be really cool. I think it would be really nice for that to happen. And obviously, you know, drivers need to move up in other series as well. So like the Truck Series, you know, they would move up to the Xfinity, and then Xfinity would move up to Cup as drivers retire. That would be really cool, you know, because obviously that happens in real life. You know, drivers retire. Everybody has to retire at some point in their lifetime of whatever. It doesn't matter what career they're doing. They have to retire at some point. And same thing goes in NASCAR, and I think having that implemented into a video game would be really, really cool. So that concludes the 14 list that I have here for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section below. I'm happy that, you know, I'm finally getting around to make this video. So it's gonna be fun to actually see like what gets brought into the next NASCAR game if we get it. If it gets delayed, most likely will, because it's motorsport games. So let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's a really good list. I've taken things that I want in the game, friends, and then just other people within the NASCAR gaming community, and this is what they have pretty much brought to me. And also there is a lot more things, but they just did not, unfortunately, make it into this video. If you have any other suggestions or things that you would like to add to this list, be sure to comment them down below in the comment section. But without further ado, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with friends if you enjoyed. If you're interested in getting a gaming computer, please click the link in the description below this video. Apex Gaming at PCs, absolutely fantastic computers. If you guys use code SQUAD, SQUAD, you guys can get 10% off of all products. Yes, you heard that correctly, 10% off of all products. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yee.